get up, elder. Tell your neighbor.
Neighbor.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
For more.
For more.
God has.
God has.
More.
More.
And more.
And more. Amen.
Are you ready for more?
Yeah.
And God has more and more.
Yeah.
When it comes to that which God is really wanting for our life and my life and your life and your children's life, His desire and His plan for us, especially for the believer, God wants us to know that there's more. Say there's more.
There's more.
Tell your neighbor, don't get too comfortable where you are.
Don't get too comfortable where you are.
Matter of fact, I want you to declare that right now. Tell your neighbor, where you are is the floor.
Is the floor.
Because this time next year, we'll have a brand new ceiling, and this will be your floor for your life. In the kingdom, we limit our experience with God to where we are. And God is not limited to where you are and what you have. Somebody say hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Bible puts it this way, write this down. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. He says, but the path of the just will shine, it's like a shining light that shines more and more to the perfect day. Say more and more. More and more. I'm just trying to get your language better. Get your language better. I want you to be in a place of expectation for the rest of the year. You done sowed your seed. You done got a prophetic word on your life. You done got all this stuff working for you. Ain't no need you having all that working for you and your expectation not being in the right place. Say to your neighbor, I'm getting ready for more. I got to live less out of habit and more out of intent. I got to live less out of habit and more out of an intent with God. Matter of fact, I want to tell you now, darling, you are made for a whole lot more than where you are. You are made for a whole lot more than where you are. You are made for a whole lot more than where you are. One of the things that he said in the I go back, he says it shines more and more to the perfect day, which means your life and my life is getting brighter and brighter, better and better, clearer and clearer. Tell your neighbor, I'm ready for more.
I'm ready for more.
There's an adding, a building, a deepening, an expanding, an increasing plan for the path of the life of the believer. It's to put us in a place of expectation to be. Say, neighbor, I'm about to change dimensions.
I'm about to change
limitations. Conditions. Because I am expecting more. Because God is expecting more from me. Oh, yes, He is. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. There's never a time that your Father is thinking less and less. There's never a time that your Father is thinking little and little. There's never a time that God the Father said when He thinks about you, He's never thinking the least and the least. He's always thinking more and more. Never a time. Never a time. He's not the God of not enough. He is not the God of just enough. He is the God of more than enough. Shout more than enough.
More than enough.
See, I ain't asked you what you had. I'm telling you what He has. More than enough. He is the God of more than enough. And many times the ideal of even what Jesus says in John chapter 10 verse 10, we love the verse, but if you really see the premise of it, the Bible says that the enemy was attacking some people, but he was attacking them not because he didn't like them. He was really attacking people because he really would keep them from their capacity. Okay, remember the verse. The thief cometh not, but to kill, steal, and destroy. Why is he doing all that? Because Jesus is about to come and change your capacity. I am come that you might have life and have it what? More abundantly. So sometimes He's not attacking you for where you are. He's really attacking you for where you're about to go. See, your problem is you think you're fighting over where you are. You're really fighting over about where you're about to stand, where you're about to live, where you're about to be, where you're about to go. See, he is so consumed in fear about if you really understand what your destiny look like, what your history look like, what your future look like, and if you fight me long enough, you're going to get it because I can't stop it. Here's the premise in the verse that whenever you see the enemy show up, God is about to show up. The thief cometh not, but to kill, steal, and destroy. I am come, which means this. Every time the enemy comes, here come God. Okay, I don't know if you're fighting right now, but it's a good thing. That means that if He showed up, then God is about to show up. That if He's going to fight me, then God is coming to fight Him. That means, matter of fact, I don't have to get scared when adversity hit. His proximity is about to change toward me so I can get victory because God is expecting more
and more.
Say more and more.
More and more.
Matter of fact, it's helped me now to still understand a couple of things in the idea of how he does it. Do you know that God wants us to want more for our life, more for your love, more for your leadership? And while the enemy is trying to attack you in those areas, he's already planned for it. I believe that when he says he's trying to kill, steal, and destroy, but he's saying this. He's trying to kill some of your momentum. He's really trying to steal your vision and destroy your purpose. But the key is to remember that if I see him, I'm about to see God. There has never been a place in your life where you saw the enemy, where real soon afterwards, you didn't see God. Sometimes we got to sew our mind up. Because the last 2-3 months ago, you said, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. But since you're here and you out of it, since you're here and you over it, since you're here and you're still breathing, still walking, still moving, still thinking, he showed up, but I got an idea that God must have showed up right after that. So somewhere in our mind, I got to get a pattern that's going to happen. When I see the adversary, I'm about to see God's glory. That means if the enemy started, Elder, God gonna finish it.
Thank you, God.
He's not coming just so you exist either, not just so you be present either. Not the idea to notice that the verse that the enemy causes all those attacks, but intentionally and repetitively tries to kill, steal, and destroy, coming after you. But God changes up and brings about intimacy. He brings about vibrancy for you, changes your capacity in the process to get you where he wants to get you, to be able to cause you to see the light that he intends for you to live. Say the light he intends for me to live. My only question is the Macaulay Culkin question that kept coming to me while I was praying. In the midst of Home Alone, the idea was these people were attacking his house. And while they attacked his house, he starts setting up all these devices to knock them out. And then when he knocks them out a couple times and they come back, he says this, oh, you're hungry for more. My problem is, there's not enough saints that while the enemy is attacking them, they're ready to attack the enemy back. And you say, oh, you coming again? Oh, you're hungry for more? I don't mean any harm. Anybody here hungry for more? Hunger is a trigger for your father. They that are hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. So some levels of my life are not complete because maybe I ain't really that hungry to shift.
That's all right.
Ooh. Say it, what it means is, am I hungry enough to see the next phase of my life? Or have I become so convenient where I am that even though God wants more, I'm fine with where I am? Say, I want more. God is ready to show you another level of intimacy, opportunity, and capacity. It's going to be your hunger and thirst that operates in the ideal by your faith about how you operate in it. Isaiah 1:5, write this down. This is what it says. Why should we be stricken and want any more? He says, we revolt more and more. Our whole head is sick and our heart is faint. Which means this, sometimes we don't have more simply because of 3 different reasons. Number 1, he says, we don't have it because we're stricken, because we revolt. Now, sometimes I don't have more money because I spent all I have. And what you don't realize, you are voting against yourself. I knew it was going to get a little quiet right out here. See, if I want a big bank account, but I start spending all of it, it ain't the enemy that's making me spend it.
That's right.
See, okay, I'm going to go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. See, neighbor, why are you revolting against yourself? It's like when you keep people in your life that keep abusing you, using you, and mistreating you, but that you keep opening the door to them and want to go out on a date with them and want to hang around with them and answer the phone with them. You see, even now when the name come up and you still say, I shouldn't answer that, but you answer that. You have revolted against yourself, and you should have more joy. You should have more peace. You should have more love, but you answered and said yes. Now you don't have. Now you got less. Because we revolt sometimes even against our own self. Not only that, he says their more and more was messed up because not only that, their head was sick. So your neighbor, sometimes it's mentally the way I think that's messing me up. And it's not so much the ideal that I think I should have it, I just haven't put the thoughts to go along with what I think. I haven't put strategically something together to help me get where I believe I belong.
Yes.
Okay, let me put it this way. Do you have anything on paper about what you look like in your future?
Oh, yeah.
Amen. Come on.
See, that's almost too practical, ain't it? That's almost too practical. See, if God writes down on paper his future, why haven't we written down where you're going to be in 2020? Where you're going to be at 2025? What are you going to be? What does your life look like in those years ahead of you? Where are you going to be able to go? What you're planning on having? Why? Because if it's not written, it's not really believed.
That's right.
Say to your neighbor, I'm after something this year.
I'm after something this year.
I got somewhere to go this year.
Got somewhere to go.
And this year, in spite of my enemy and adversities, I'm still going to see the capacity that God has for me. I'm going to see it in every facet. Matter of fact, to your neighbor, God wants so much more for you.
God wants so much more for you.
He keeps writing it over and over.
He's writing it over.
The Bible says in 2 Corinthians 4:17, even this light affliction, which is but for a moment, it will work for me and exceedingly more. Watch it, more. Watch this. Even your adversity works more for you.
Yes.
See, sometimes you don't even know your capacity till you in adversity. Because you threw the towel 3 times and was able to pick it up 9. Pick it up. And so apparently 9 is your number and 4 ain't. Come on. But it took the adversity to show you that where you thought you were at and you would have gave up, there was still some more left.
Yes.
Sometimes they say more. Paul said it this way: Saul increased more in strength. Say your neighbor, I'm laying hands on myself and I'm releasing strength to myself. There is more strength in you. There is more power in you. There is more insight, more giftedness, more anointing, more of a calling, more wisdom, more direction, more vision. Shout, there is more.
Glory to God. Hallelujah. It is so.
Oh yeah, we're going to press for this year. There's more fruit. That's what John 15 says. It said it this way. Matter of fact, he says, every branch in me that bear not fruit, I take it away. And every branch that bear fruit, I purge it that may bring forth more fruit. You think that God, if you think God and the enemy is bothering you for something bad, he's trying to get more of all he is out of you. Hey, neighbor, where's the fruit? And where's more of it? But sometimes every now and then when the word says something about more, sometimes it says no more. I found a no more that I can celebrate. I remember your sins and your iniquities. No more. Say to him, excuse me. He said no more. So why you keep adding? Why you keep holding on to it? He said, I remember your sins no more. No more. Shout no more. No more. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. More means a greater quantity and quality. It means amount of a need for your life, a greater measure of who you are. Write this down. Psalms 115. It says, the Lord shall increase you more and more. You and your children.
That's right.
Okay, 3 people really believe God. I'm going to say it one more time. Say this, say neighbor. That word is my word. The Lord shall increase you more and more. And your children. He wants to increase more my person so that I can increase the next generations after me. Shout more. Sometimes we have to decree a change of limits and limitations on our life to be able to see all that God has for our future so that we can get there. I love it because a couple of different things that I'm seeing that's going all around us right now, God is adding to the congregation in so many different facets. Even was talking with Christian just yesterday, found out that she's been at the job for 2 months and got a raise. Say to me, neighbor. More. Okay. Then I got a text on my phone, right? Got a text just yesterday while we was here. That brother texted me, said, listen here, we was trying to get this vacation home and it cost a certain amount. They dropped it down and they dropped the number off of there. So it was one that cost $475, dropped down to $75. Now wait a minute. Then he said, at the same time, I got a $1,500 raise. Wait a minute. Then he went on to say, all these things happening, and they all happen so much so, I got to sow another first fruit. But all this was happening while he was giving. So I'm trying to help us understand something. That if God is doing more and more and more, you might as well get your brain out of the way and let God do the more that he wants to do in your world.
It is so.
Shout more. Oh yeah. Psalm 71:14 says, but in hope I will continue to praise him more and more.
Yes.
The Bible goes over and over talking about this ideal of increase for our life and more and more. And one of the places he does it in is the ideal of what he does in John chapter 10. Even though it's a familiar text, sometimes we get so familiar with some stuff, we miss what the ideal of really what Jesus was trying to get to. Jesus was trying to shift the people to be able to get to a place that they expect something different for their life than what they had. He literally begins in John chapter 10, verse 1. He picks it up and begins to say these things. And watch what he says. The first part he says this. Verse 1 he says, most assuredly I say unto you, he who does not enter the sheepfold by the door, he climbs up some other way. The same as a thief and a robber. But he who enters the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Tell your neighbor, if you're going to do it, you got to do it the right way. See, you could have more and want more, but go around it the wrong way. See, the thief comes a different way, then the shepherd will come. And sometimes our lives are messed up and we don't have more, and I got less because I try to do it a way around the door. In other words, I didn't want to come the correct way to do it. I want to come the right way to do it. I didn't want to do the honorable way, the humble way, the honorable order way. I wanted to come another way, and that hinders me from walking into the place of having abundance. So in that process, a thief is always trying to take something, but God is always trying to give something to you.
My God.
So he says Jesus is dropping this dissertation on them. He's trying to help them get it by relationship, that by his presence and enjoyment and abundance is going to come to them, but it's going to come through this process. And you can't go around it. You can't sneak into abundance.
My God.
Or you'll go out in handcuffs. Oh, you can get it, but you won't keep it. Because you're stuck into it. You went around the process for it. You want to go through the door. You want to out of the front of it, the order of it, the shape of it, the structure of what the Father had for you. I was trying to go another way.
Jesus.
He says, this is about a tissue of relationship. No sneak into it. Don't try to wiggle around the honor of God or the ways of God. Operate like the shepherd. Matter of fact, one of the things that's interesting is that he's trying to help them learn a couple things. One, relationship. Two, fellowship. Then the shepherd is just coming to the place of helping them understand how to get unstuck. And one of the things that messes me up, Elder, is that Jesus is preaching to the disciples. And while he's preaching them to this incredible message, none of them understand what he's saying.
That's interesting. Come on.
Now, he has verse 10 on his mind, but they can't handle the first 6 verses. Because they thought he was talking about sheep when he was talking about mindset. See, they couldn't handle it because they didn't know the mindset of what he was teaching. Okay, we'll put it this way. Sometimes we can't handle abundance because it's not our mindset. Okay, let's do this way said. See, it's hard to tell a fisherman how to be a cattleman. James and John, fishing. Peter and Andrew, fishing. Even a doctor has a problem trying to figure out how to be a shepherd every now and then. That's Luke. Even the IRS guy was struggling with the idea of the teaching that morning because he was trying to figure out what that got to do with me. But what he was trying to do was get their mindset in another view, but they didn't want to go where he was trying to take them. Isn't it amazing that the greatest teacher still had a problem with his students at that moment? Because they would not shift their mindset from their life to what he was trying to teach. So he understands this, and he sits there and he says, okay, they're not getting it, they're not catching it. I'm gonna have to shift and make it a little bit more practical for them. He says, forget all the stuff I just told you about the sheep and the gate. Let me just start with this. I'm gonna do it. You might can't handle all the processes in the thing. Let me just give you the fact that it's me that's going to make the difference in your life.
Yeah.
It's me that's going to open up the door and give you entrance and give you access and give you the ability to go where you go where you stand, change your life, change your shit from different levels of capacity and opportunities for your life. It's going to be me that give you that. And he gets into this thing and gets even down to this place where he begins talking to them, telling them a neighbor, about really getting them to a place of more. But he understands they can't have it if they don't change their mindset, and if they don't understand who is coming at their life before they get into abundance. That's why it takes the time to say, the thief comes. The thief. Because normally, before you get to abundance, you're going to have to fight through some stuff. I know you cute and I know you fly, but most of us had to go through some stuff before we got some stuff. And we had to deal with some enemies and adversities to be able to get and allow those things to be able to build us and strengthen us, to be able to help us to become who we call to be. Because he says the thief comes only in order to what? You know what's intriguing to me is that the enemy has a strategy for you. Yeah. Do you have a strategy for the enemy? Oh, shit. He has a plan. Watch this what he says. He says the thief comes, the only reason he's showing up is, first of all, he's going to come at your life. First, what he's going to come at your life first is to steal. Say to steal. Yeah. The enemy does not have to kill you sometimes. He has to steal your momentum, steal your joy, and steal your peace. And then we go sit down in the corner with a little towel and a towel and be mad because we think God did something when it was the enemy that did it. It's kind of like he took your daddy, he took your mom, he made something happen bad in your history, and because of that, it stole your ability to respond. See, sometimes he'll allow some people to do something to you to steal the purpose in your life if you forfeit it. But if you don't let it go, he can't steal it. Okay, Joseph, they can reject you, kick you to the curb, bury you in another place, let the enemy take you, but you will never let go of your dream. Who have you let steal your dream? See, who have you allowed to take what God put inside of you, and the adversary got close enough to be able to snatch it from you because you wasn't defending it and protecting it. You didn't value the thing. And it would have brought you into, watch this, his presence and abundance. But I allow the enemy to take that idea, take that thought, a picture of you had of yourself in the future that you don't even believe anymore. He says he didn't kill some stuff. The word kill here doesn't necessarily mean how he'll take your life, but it means to take your strength from the thing. I'm going to kill your ability to shine with what you have and all you have. Sometimes, I know y'all never have done it. Some things happen and you just don't have enough strength to fight.
So true. So true.
You killed my energy to fight. I'm breathing, but I just ain't responding. You do know that people don't respond. That people don't react. And so every now and then you got to check yourself, are you living but killed at the same time? Have you killed my hope for my marriage? Have you killed my hope for my child? I don't even breathe in them, loving them, and expect nothing from them. Matter of fact, I expect the work. He already killed something and you don't even know, but you're still looking at it, but still breathing, but you have no life looking for it. Think of your neighbor. God is trying to get something to me. This is destroy. This is destroy. And destroy means to break it apart. Say, break it apart. Sometimes, watch this, he don't have to kill you. You just have to break the things apart so that you don't put them together to go with the call. See, sometimes we have hope in people and hope in things, and if you have a breakup, we lose the faith or the area that we were working on having expectation in. Because something came apart, but we didn't now, we don't think we can have it put back together. And because the enemy did it, we don't think we have authority to get it back. Can your name? He's on his way somewhere. Okay, then he says, I came that you might have what? Life. And what? More abundant. What I like is, in the Amplified, it says this way. He says, to the full, till it overflows. Say your name. Right now. Do you have life? To the full. Until it's overflowed. If not, I want you to agree with me and say, I'm believing for more. I'm believing for more. Yeah. And here's my challenge. God is believing for more for you. Matter of fact, he's believing that you'll have life to the full till it overflows. Do you believe that you can can have life, not just be here, by the way. He's not, this matter of fact, what's scary to me sometimes is this, is that we don't realize that Jesus was given a strategy just like the adversary gave a strategy. He says, listen, I'm come, say, in his presence. He was trying to say, listen here, I'm going to give you a strategy to take you to abundance, even while your adversary attacks you. He's going to come to kill, steal, and destroy. I'm going to show up, and when I show up, I'm going to show up with my presence. Because you do know the Psalm says, in his presence is the fullness of joy. Watch it full. I'm about to fill up the area that the enemy stole from. I'm going to put back everything he stole. Matter of fact, the Proverbs says, if you find a thief, he has to give you back double of everything that he took. I know. Say, excuse me. I'm on thief patrol this morning. I'm about to get back everything I'm supposed to get back. I'm in his presence to get back what he took from me. If he took joy, I'm coming to get my joy back. If he took favor, I'm coming to get favor back. If he took my peace, I want my peace back. And I just, wait a minute, that ain't enough. The Bible says he gotta get back double. I want double the joy. I want double the peace. I want double the love. I don't want the same thing back. I want God, what God promised me back. To the full. Till it overflow. Shout peace. To the full. Till it overflow. Say joy. To the peace. Till it overflow. Say grace. To the full. Till it overflow. I know I'm working on something. I'm filling something up. Joy. To the full. Till it overflow. Grace. To the full. Till it overflow. See, I want you to be in such an expectation. Everything is increasing as you are speaking in your life right now. And you don't have to be jacked up by what's behind you, because he even told me this. No matter the measure that I send in, he's giving me grace even the more. And then watch this, not just more, much more in abundance. So not even your sin is greater than the more that he has for covering it.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Shout, I got more. And I'm getting more.
Thank you, God.
Look what Thessalonians says. He says, indeed, you do it towards the brethren which are out in Macedonia, but we beseech you, brethren, that you would go ahead and increase more and more. Shout, I'm about to do this thing. I'm about to change limits. My mindset is shifting right now. Say, excuse me, give me room. Capacity is changing right now. My opportunities is coming right now. I'm getting some room in my life, room in my heart, room in my mind. See, that whole thing about fishing was just to get me to a place that my mind will shift from one mindset to another mindset that I can take on abundance in my life. I don't want to be stuck with what I know. I want something greater than what I know, greater than what I see. I want to see the more of God. That's why he said this. That they may have life. That's one level. In the Hebrew, it means the Greek, it means this, that you will have life with enjoyment.
That's right. Yes. Come on. Yes.
So excuse me. I'm glad you make it to service. I'm glad you make it to church. I'm glad you worship. But you're supposed to enjoy your whole life. Your whole life. I mean, somebody should be trying to figure out, is this Monday or Sunday, Mike? When they look at your life, they don't know the difference. That there is so much joy you got on Sunday, it transfers and overflows into my Monday, to the full, into my Tuesday, overflow to the full, into my Wednesday, Thursday. They say, why are you always happy? Sorry, I'm full. I'm full. I know I got God in my life. I know I got joy unspeakable, full of the Holy Ghost, and I can't put a lid on it, can't put a top on it, ain't even trying to stop it, not trying to hinder it. It's just got to come up out of me.
Hallelujah.
Look at your neighbor. I refuse to lead this life without seeing abundance. I'm one of the kind of kids that you get in the house and you promise them something and you mad you promised them. You shouldn't have told me I'm supposed to have life. Then you shouldn't have told me I'm supposed to have it abundant.
Thank you, God. Go ahead, come on.
So no matter what happens in my life, I want to see abundance show up every day in my life. I was test marking this while I was on vacation. He was going to the hotel. I said, Lord, I want to see abundance today. And we got to the hotel, stood in a long line, waiting patiently. And I said, I still want to see abundance. He said, will you be patient? Will you fix your mindset? Like the official. Didn't know anything about shepherding, but I had to change my mind for what Jesus is saying and what he wants to do. Because I can have my level, or I can have a level that he wants to give me. So by the time we get to the ideal of the desk and sit down and talk to the guy says, well, I'll tell you what, because you've been patient, you're going to shift your room. I didn't tell my children, you know what I mean, that they upgraded us at that moment. We told them after they got to our room. Because when they got to our room, theirs was on one side and ours was on ocean front right. What I'm trying to say to you is every now and then God wants to upgrade your life. But you got to be in a mode of already expecting to see abundance in some kind of way. Give him some room to be able to have it, that even in the midst of it. And here's the best part I like about John 10. He ain't scared if the enemy show up first. Matter of fact, he gives him a head start. He said, you go, then I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
I could have got an attitude, and I felt like I was about to get one. Pastor Burns said, you all right? I said, I'm all right. He said, calm down. And here's what I heard. As soon as that man said upgrade, I said, I see. You almost had me. You would have stole my ocean front. Would have killed our morning view. And would have destroyed my nighttime view. To your neighbor, he has so much more for you. So much more. He wants to do so much more with your life. He wants to do it with abundance. Go ahead, verse 1. Look what he says here. He says here, watch this. John 10:10 says, that thief came to kill, steal, and destroy, but I'm come that you would have. Watch what he says, real life. I like this part because he's not saying go to heaven and die to have life. The devil is a liar. Hey, excuse me. I'm supposed to see some glory in the earthly realm. Sometimes what we're not expecting is that God's best on the earth. Can you excuse me? Is this his best? And don't die yet. I got to see abundance, and I want to see it on the earth. I want to see it wide. I want to see the best that I have for my world. I know it's good, but I want to see the gooder. I want to see the better. I want to see the excellent. I want to see the abundant in my life. And God says, I want to see it too. That's why he says, watch this. What's scary is he says, more abundant. He didn't say abundant. He says, more abundant. Whatever you think, that's why it goes in Ephesians chapter 3 and says in 20, verse 20, he's able to do exceedingly and, oops, there it is, abundantly, above all you could ever ask or think. So whatever you can think, that ain't it. Whatever you can, oh God, come on. If you can think it, that ain't it. Tell your neighbor, I'm sorry. He gave you a new limit even in the verse. If you can think it, that ain't it. You know how we showed him at the hotel? So we thought we had a room? That wasn't it. So I'm trying to help you. Whatever you can think, that ain't it. He got an ideal for you that he wants more for you than what you even want for you. Excuse me? That's nice. But that ain't it. He got more for you. He got better for you. He got higher for you. He got some greater things that he wants to do in your life. And he wants to show you in so many different ways how to do it. He goes on here and saying in Thessalonians, says, furthermore, we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord Jesus Christ, that you receive us and how you ought to please God, so that you would abound in God more and more. Shout more and more. More and more. And here's how you're going to do it. He's going to give more grace. He didn't say I'm going to give grace. I'm going to give more grace. Say neighbor, I hope you expected more. I hope you expected more. I hope I create a problem at the door today. I hope that you can't even get out of the church because your expectation is so big you can't even get out the building. You know what I'm saying? That God is about to do something so big I can't even fit in here anymore. I'm giving him room that he would have room to do more in my life, more in my family, more in my money, more in my relationship, more parentally with me and my kid. I want him in every area. By the way, abundance is not just finance. It's my relationship. I want my intimacy with my wife to be so much more and more. I saw somebody post something about one of the couples of the church, made me laugh. Christian told me about it. He says they are acting like they are two little kids. Now they've been married over 20-something years, digging grave in County, but what the daughter was saying was they look better now than they ever looked before. In other words, their joy has increased more and more. And it's not because the enemy to give him a good praise for it right here. Come on, I'm about to give you a scarcity test. It's called an abundance test. Here it is. Here's scarcity. Scarcity thinks one way. Scarcity thinks uncertainty and survival. Scarcity or lack thinks scarcity and survival. Abundance thinks inherent access to everything I need in my life. So here's the difference. Scarcity says competition with everybody. But abundance says collaboration with everybody. I ain't competing with nobody. I'm looking for the partners who are helping me to get to my future. Scarcity says desperation. It walks in a despair place and always desperate about something. But abundance says confidence. I got confidence that God won't do it again. Scarcity says the idea of, watch this, mistrust. You can't trust nobody. But when you know abundance, you can trust folk. And particularly trust God himself. Come on. Scarcity and the idea of poverty thinks misery. Say misery. But when you got an abundant mind, you think in prosperity. When you got a fearful mind, you're thinking hoarding. But when you got abundance, you think sharing. As soon as you get it, you don't think about what I can do with it. You think about who can I bless with this? Who can I sow this into? How can I bless somebody else beyond myself? When you got an abundant mindset, you don't think blame. You think responsibility. When you got a responsibility, this comes to this ideal, when the ideal of scarcity, you think war. But when you're in abundance, you think about peace. Do you think about death? Or do you think about life? Hey, neighbor, how you think? Somebody put this, listen, fear of the future makes people settle for things in the present that are completely defy the abundant life that they were given. Sometimes what you fear is fighting the abundant life that you may get. I can't go there because this might happen. I can't do this because something might go wrong. They asked me to go with them to this wonderful place, but I can't go because I only know them a little bit. I would try for that job, but I might not get it. How much of fear has taken out the abundance of the life that you can probably be walking in right now? Even a person is a mentality. That's why he spends that much time talking to them about fishing. He says, okay, you ain't even ready to think different.
Oh, I bless you, God.
He told him, I was trying to talk to you about shepherds and sheep, but you're so busy consumed with the process that you've been with all your life, you won't even think different to get to abundance. Tell your neighbor, I believe God wants to restore what has been stolen from your life and wants to heal every hurt, every pain in your life until you see abundance in every part of your life. Come on, give him a good shout. I'm going to be abundant in my parents. I was somewhere yesterday, dropping my kids off, and while I was turning to go to the car, the man said to me, hey, you saw another one of your kids graduate. How many kids you got? It seemed like one of your kids keep on graduating. I said, that ain't a problem, is it? See, I realized something. It's okay to see mediocrity. But when you see consistent glory, we trip sometimes. And we think, you know what I'm saying? We trip and think that, you know what? There's something, y'all. No, ain't nothing to do. It's just consistency. It's intentionally. That's how you get to abundant. Abundant is built up in every place. The hope that we had for our kids was college from their birth. Then now, at this moment, it's abundant in that place. That is to the full, to the overflow, running over on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Because we had an expectation of it. Can I ask you something? What is your expectation for your children? What is the expectation so that God can fill it up? If I ain't got nothing there, he can't fill it. What's the expectation for your marriage? The next thing he said to me is, man, all of them won't be leaving. I said, I know. He said, you smiled. I said, I should. I said, my intent is not to rob them of their life, nor steal their life. It's to enjoy my life while they do their life. That's how I'm going to have abundant life. Now, when they drive by the crib, there ain't no cars out there, and they can't find the grandparents because we in Hawaii somewhere. Guess what? Do your life because your marriage to be in a better place more than you're afraid of what they might say back to you? Do you want your children to be in a better place more than you're afraid of them being mad at you? So you don't correct them. Maybe you don't want it more than you're afraid of it. When it comes to your bank account, come on. Do you want it more than you're afraid of? Not being talked about you can't go out this week because this end of this month you want to save $400 to $500 instead of spending it just so you can prove to somebody that don't like you, that don't care about you, they ain't probably gonna be in your life next year no way. But we so afraid of telling somebody, I can't do it right now. So we go ahead and buy stuff and purchase stuff that we can't afford to prove to people that don't know they're gonna be around. And neither one of us is walking in abundance because we're trying to prove that we had something that we didn't have.
That's good.
Do you want it that more? See, I want more. I want to be able to smile when stuff happen. I don't want to be tripping when stuff happen. You know what I mean? When my kids came up to me, look here, Dad. One of them texted the other child and said, listen here, they crashed the car. In the moment, they said they crashed the car. I said, okay. Now, the celebration for the child was going on. But I know I got insurance.
You preach, Dr. Larry. You go ahead.
And they made a mistake and said, it ain't that bad. The first thing they said, bless my heart, they said, I'm all right. After that point, it really don't matter. Things don't make your life abundant. Peace makes your life abundant. Joy makes your life abundant. Listen, having the safety of your family, man, you rich and you don't even know it. Having a good wife, man, you richer than what you think. You got some good children, you got millions, baby. I'm telling you, you don't even know it. If you got a roof over your head, you good. You might not know how good you are. Just check somebody in Africa. They'll tell you, you don't know how abundant you really got it. Hey, your neighbor, it's time for you to do less and do more. Time to do less talking and more listening. Less planning and more doing. Less junk food. I knew it was going to go down right there. Less junk food and more shouts. Less complaining and more encouragement. Less worrying and more hope. Less doubt and more believing. Less lazy laying around. Say, stop. Say less laying around and more working out. Less frowning. More smile. Stop. Practice it. Practice it every now and then. If you got joy, show your face. Come on. If you got peace, let your mind know. Let your teeth know. Let your jaws know. Let your face know. Let somebody know you've been blessed. You are covered. You are kept. You are blessed. You are walking in. You've been wet. Just looking from in. Brought out. Brought back in. Blessed by God. I need to let my face go every now and then. And why you smiling? I'm blessed.
You better go ahead, Pastor Dave.
Say less. Insecure. More. Trust. Less. Weakness. More. Confidence. Less. Ignorance. More. Understanding. Less. Hate. More. Love. Less. Ungratefulness. And more of a heart of gratitude. And you better go ahead and give him a praise. You want more? You want to have to give him some more. More praise. More worship. More obedience. More trust. More faith. I want to see more, but I'm not going to show more so I can see more.
Preach it, Pastor Dave.
If you're willing to do more than what you paid to do, you'll eventually be paid to do more than what you do. I ain't going to do nothing. Well, you ain't going to have nothing. Somebody say hallelujah. Jesus. He helping you. Is this helping you, somebody? More place of increase in your life. Psalms 36:8 says this way. He says, how excellent is thy loving kindness, O God. Therefore the children that trust you and trust in him, and you put the shadow of your wings over them, they shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of your house. And you shall make them drink waters in the rivers of pleasure.
Yeah.
He gonna make you be blessed.
It is so.
Tell your neighbor, he will make you be able to see the abundance of life. Thessalonians wants to remind us again the ideal. John 10 says it this way in the ideal of NIT. The thief purpose is to kill, steal, and destroy. But my purpose is to show up in your life and give you life and give it to the fullness of your life.
Yeah.
Say, I want all my life. I want every place to have an abundance in it. I want it to the full, to the overflow. And I ain't stopping until I have it. And here's the wonderful thing. I don't have to make it happen. He's already agreed for me to have it. I just got to go forth toward it. And he's going to meet me in the process. My God. Somebody shout hallelujah. Abundance is not determined by how much you have. It comes from the idea of how much you can appreciate what you got already. Mercy. Say hallelujah, son. Can you give the Lord a praise for what you got right now? You had it for more. You know what the real secret is? Is that you got more than what you had 3 months ago. You got more than what you had last year. You got more than what you had 2 years ago. You know, shoot. If you really would think about this, I ain't talking about what you're saying. You look in your closet. Don't play with me. Come on. Look at your shoes. Come on, don't play with me. Look at your hair. Okay, well maybe. All right, anyway. Can you praise him for the more you see right now? And praise him for the more that's in your abundant place. Say, I am expecting abundant life. Because Jesus said it. I am. He says in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20 as we close. He says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you ask or think. Now watch what the text says. According to the power that works not in God, works in you. Could it be that God is waiting for you to have faith for the abundance in your own life? Good. Is that scary? That's kind of scary to me. He says, the power is in you. So, excuse me. Could you use a little more? Can you believe for a little more? Are you expecting for some more? I want you to join me as you stand on your feet because I want you to do me a favor. One of the psalmists is this way. He says, I will yet praise him more and more. And he doesn't say he was praising him because of what he did. He says, I was praising him more and more because of what was coming toward my life. I want you to give him just a 7-second praise because you see abundance coming toward your life.